I think from the pilot perspective, I think what was very important for us was to understand this new segment, of like if you're going offline as well as into a territory where these customers are not very tech savvy, would even they have a need for insurance, and how best to serve them, right? And I think it's a difficult question to answer because you have to make significant investment to go down that path. And I think this pilot allowed us to do it in a meaningful way without perhaps having to go down the extent we would have to if we did it independently by ourselves. I think that was quite powerful, and obviously it opens a new spectrum of the market which we weren't quite sure existed or not for us, right? And now it does. So I think it's a larger opportunity or a larger piece of the pie that we can attack. And and I think overall it also, the other thing it obviously gave us, I think, was that exposure to Grab itself. Grab is a very large, complex organization, and I think like many companies, we've been trying to partner with Grab, and I think finding the right way in is not always clear from the outside. So I think this gave us a little bit more of a sort of an insider's view on how to go and do that. And I think overall, I would say 4 months later, we have a much better understanding and a much deeper relationship compared to where we were. Yeah, I think it's super important, right? Because at the end of the day, I think ideas don't matter that much. You need to see execution and see whether actually there's a result from it, or if there's actually feedback flowing through, right? Which allows you to understand it better. So I think the pilot is that way the best way to understand that. And I think for both us and GVV, I think it will be, for Grab, it's very critical because it's a inexpensive way to test some new concepts. And at the end of the day, I think there's good learnings on both sides. For Grab, I'm pretty sure that they didn't do insurance before. So now at least they're also aware that this opportunity exists. And we know that, okay, how do we execute it? We know a little bit better, right? I think I would say it's a win on both sides then. Probably for most startups, it's important to stay close to their vision. It's very tempting to say what Grab would like to hear, but this is your company. You need to stay closer to what you want it to be doing. Obviously, if you can translate it into a way that fits well with what Grab is also trying to do, you have a better chance of combining the two, of course.